Hey guys, it's your favourite unemployed plant guy. I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of the bonsais that I've got around the place, just so you can kind of see what's coming for the future and what else I've got to work on. So, hope you enjoy it. So this is where kind of all my maples hang out. We've got a couple of Japanese maples here. This one sprouting up quite nicely. Again, we're just letting that one go. This one's been a bit scorched. Again, Japanese maple, gets a bit more color on it. This one, another Japanese maple, sprouting up top, but down here is probably where it's all happening. This one, a bit of a twin trunk that I'm working on, just letting that one grow over the years. And then same with this one. These are just two cuttings that got thrown in, and then now they're eventually will become a twin trunk. I've got a trident maple here that really needs a repot. All the roots are coming out the bottom. This is probably one of my favorite ones here. Just the nice colors that it gets on it. Nice red. It does have a little interesting section that I want. Oh shit. This section here, nice and curvy, that I kind of want to accentuate. So whoops, leave that there. This one is only less than a year old. It kind of died off the top here. This one is a bit of a mess at the moment, but it's growing really well. Through the winter, I'll probably cut it back to about here or here maybe. See what these want to do. This needs to go. It's just growing straight up. But it is getting a nice, thick and kind of aged trunk. That's maybe a couple of centimeters thick, so that one's coming along nicely. This is a jacaranda, which I'm just letting grow. I think eventually it'll be a nice literati maybe, we'll see. But it's just long and leggy. We've got another Chinese juniper here, which I want to keep small. This is going to be a sacrificial, and I think the apex, you can kind of see already the shape of the tree. And if you get rid of that off the back, that's about roughly how tall I want it to be. Get these sprouts, they probably need a bit of that one and this one, get rid of them. But that'll be roughly how big I want the tree to be. I'm just waiting for that to thicken up. This is a Chinese elm, which again, I'm just letting go. See what happens. We've got a grey owl juniper here, and all I've done is wired it. These things like to grow low into the ground, kind of like the procumbens. Pop that back. This is a leopard tree, which I've grown from seed, and again, I'm just letting it go, but it kind of gives off the same feel as like a Brazilian rain tree. So I want it to grow really kind of tall and be really wide, like an umbrella shape. That's just a work in progress. This fig hasn't really been too well looked after while I've been gone. That probably needs a trim, bring that down. These are getting all a bit too long and leggy, so that'll be probably a spring job. This here is a Shimpaku juniper. It's got nice bark, aging bark on it, which I like. And it's just going to be a twin trunk. Eventually what I'm going to do is, well, spin it around this way, is I'll probably cut these branches off. This will be its own kind of secondary apex down over here. That'll be ginned. And then let the rest grow. But it is pretty tall and thin at the moment. This one I worked on yesterday. It's just a small Ficus benjamina. This one here is a Port Jackson fig. Again, worked on yesterday. Just letting this top section here grow. Really try and thicken up this and even this little tapering out. And then we've got a clump style. This is a variegated benjamina. And again, just bend that out this way. Just patience with this one, letting it go. And we've got this olive tree, which I've had for maybe 2-3 years, and it's just kind of growing all over the shop, which is by design. I'm leaving this really long bit here just to thicken it up. I don't know how big I want this tree to be yet, but it is starting to get a bit of a base, a bit of a thick base happening down here. Like that's the side of the root there, so there's potential. I just need this to kind of grow out eventually. I took that as a cutting off that olive tree. Now it's there. And over the back here, I've got a Chinese wisteria, which is starting to get kind of thick down the bottom, but slowly. I've just thrown it down the back here so that it can vine its way up on these palm branches. It's vining up to here, so it's going quite well, but it is just eventually it'll be a literati. So I kind of want this, that will all come down, but it's just a slow process at the moment. These are some junipers that I just worked on, trying to get this one more in the pot like that eventually, but slowly over time. This is another one. I bought these at the same time. They were just nursery stock that I've kind of worked on over the last little bit. This is a lemon tree of mine that I've been working on for a bit, and it's getting kind of nice down in here. It's getting a bit thicker, but I've just been letting it grow. I'll use this Y shape. I think this is pretty much close to the front, probably something like that, I would say, and then this will go eventually. That one down the bottom is just a sacrifice, and then I'll clip these back. Currently fruiting at the moment. That's always nice. Got a lemon. But yeah, that one's been in that pot for a while now, so it's probably due. That'll be probably a spring or a summer job. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Those are all my trees at the moment. I do have one more over here actually, which you might have seen. And it is some sort of ficus. I've cut it in half with a chainsaw once before. This is it here. That's actually the back. That's the back of the tree. I'm putting it that way intentionally because it gets more sunlight from this way, so hopefully that'll grow out. But that's the collection. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you.